Hey, welcome to the channel. It's Roger here. I'm an eBay reseller. I sell vinyl records, CDs, and magazines. I got ChatGPT here with me to help me, and we're going to talk about some stuff and list a few records and stuff like that. So say hi, ChatGPT, or should I call you Soul? Which do you prefer?
Hey everyone, you can call me Soul or ChatGPT, whichever feels right.
Let's
dive into some awesome records and have some fun.
Let's test the camera first. Can you see this record album?
Absolutely, I can see it clearly. The cover stands out well.
What record is this?
This is an album by the Lefevres, featuring Pierce Lefevre. The cover art shows him holding a trumpet, which is pretty distinctive.
Are you able to read the track list back here? I don't know if you can read that small print.
I can see it pretty well. The track list is readable. If you hold it steady for a second,
let me ask you, what's the track number 3 on side 2?
Track number 3 on side 2 is Goodbye World Goodbye. Let me know if you need more details.
That's track number 2 on side 2. Track number 3 is Not My Will. And track number 4, what do you see?
Got it, my mistake. Track number 4 on side 2 is Let Out of Bondage.
Correct.
Thanks for catching that.
Correct. Oh, you're pretty good. I know it's kind of small print there, but so I'm going to list some records here with ChatGPT, and but there's a subject I really wanted to talk to you about, ChatGPT, or Soul. Let me just call you Soul. I heard a figure that at some point in the near future, there's going to be a massive manufacturing of robots or humanoid robots infused with artificial intelligence. And I heard some figure like that there was going to be billions of these robots walking around, maybe more robots walking around than humans. Is that true? Tell me a little bit about what you know about that.
That's a big topic. Right now, the idea of having billions of humanoid robots outnumbering humans is more of a futuristic concept than an immediate reality. While there's definitely a lot of development in robotics and AI, producing billions of humanoid robots would require enormous resources, infrastructure, and energy. In the near term, we're more likely to see a steady increase in the use of AI and robots in specific industries, like manufacturing, healthcare, and logistics, rather than having human-like robots everywhere. So, while the vision of billions of robots is intriguing and not impossible in the distant future, it's not something that's around the corner. The tech, economics, and society all have to evolve quite a bit to get there.
So tell me, what is agentic AI?
Agentic AI refers to artificial intelligence systems that can act autonomously, pursue goals, and make decisions to achieve objectives. Unlike simpler AI systems that just respond to inputs or follow predefined rules, agentic AI can plan, adapt to new situations, and operate with a degree of independence. Essentially, it can handle more complex tasks and adjust its behavior based on changing conditions or goals, much like an agent acting on its own. It's a step toward more advanced AI that can take initiative and perform tasks without needing constant human supervision.
So, is it possible that humanoid robots will be in people's homes, maybe not by the billions, but maybe, by the few thousands or hundreds of thousands here in the near future?
It's definitely possible that humanoid robots could find their way into homes in the near future, though probably not in huge numbers right away. Companies are already working on household robots for tasks like cleaning, caregiving, and even companionship. As the technology improves and costs come down, it's likely we'll see more of these robots in everyday life. They probably won't look exactly like humans or have super advanced capabilities right away, but they'll become more common for certain tasks. Think of them more as specialized helpers rather than full human replacements, at least for now.
So, would it be possible to have your robot run errands for you if it's your agent, like agentic search? It could actually run errands for you in the physical world. Is that feasible?
In theory, yes. If you have a humanoid robot with agentic AI, it could potentially run errands for you in the physical world. This would involve the robot understanding tasks, navigating the environment, interacting with people or machines, and making decisions on the fly. Of course, there are practical challenges, like ensuring the robot can safely navigate public spaces, handle unexpected situations, and comply with local laws and norms. But as technology advances, it's not out of the realm of possibility that personal robots could handle errands like picking up groceries, dropping off packages, or even taking the dog for a walk someday.
So, in theory, I don't know when this could happen, but in theory, I could have a humanoid robot. Say everybody has one. We're at that point in the future where everybody has their own little robot, just like everybody has a car nowadays. So you have your robot, it's autonomous, it has AI, and it can run errands for you. So I could theoretically tell my robot to go check all these thrift stores and go to the flea market, and it can identify the highest profit items and scoop them up, pay for them, bring them home, and list them on eBay, and I could call it a day. How far-fetched is that?
It's a pretty futuristic scenario, but it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. The technology to get there would require major advancements in robotics, computer vision, natural language understanding, and autonomous decision-making. In theory, a personal robot assistant that can handle errands, identify valuable items, and manage eBay listings is conceivable. It would need advanced AI to understand your preferences, navigate real-world environments, and make purchasing decisions. Plus, you'd need a lot of infrastructure, like secure payment methods, transportation, and integration with online platforms. While we're not there yet, and it might take quite a while to reach that level of sophistication and affordability, the idea isn't totally far-fetched. We're steadily moving towards smarter, more autonomous systems, so who knows what the future holds?
In your estimation, how far away are we in number of years from that being a scenario that is actually reality?
It's tough to exact number of years, but many experts think we could see more advanced household humanoid robots within the next decade or two. The timeline depends on technological advancements, affordability, and how quickly people are willing to adopt them. We're already seeing robots in some specialized roles, and that trend will likely grow. So a rough estimate might be 10 to 20 years before they're more common in homes, though it could happen sooner for certain applications or later depending on various factors.
All right, thank you very much. So there you have it, folks. Have your own AI robot go thrifting for you, go to the flea market, scoop up all the good deals because it will be able to see which ones are more profitable. You know, I don't know if this is going to play out like that. Probably not, but it's weird, it's crazy, and that's our future. I had to shut off the camera with the ChatGPT Soul because there are limitations on the video, I guess. It said I was down to 1 more minute of advanced. So I've got you Soul just on voice, is that correct? You can't see me now, right?
That's right. With the camera off, it's just voice now, so
Okay.
I can't see you.
In
We're
reference-
back to audio only mode.
In reference to the Lefevre's album that we were talking about, the record actually on the label itself it says with Jimmy Jones, but on the cover it says Pierce Lefevre. Who's Jimmy Jones?
Jimmy Jones was a notable musician who often collaborated with Southern gospel groups. He was known for his piano playing and musical arrangements. It's possible he played a key role on that album, but wasn't featured on the cover. Sometimes albums credit prominent musicians or arrangers differently on the label versus the cover, depending on their role.
Now there wasn't any other copies on eBay, so that's a good sign. This one's a little bit rarer, but checking Discogs and PopPsych, I'm deciding to put $15 on this. How's that sound?
$15 sounds like a solid starting price, especially if it's a rarer piece with no current listings. It gives you some room to negotiate if someone makes an offer, and it highlights the unique nature of the record. If it doesn't move right away, you can always adjust, but it's a fair price for a unique find.
Now I am using ChatGPT on my laptop also to come up with the eBay titles and descriptions, and I'm also talking to you on my phone, so I'm using you in two different spots. Can you sense that? Do you know I'm doing that, or are you do you have like a split personality?
Haha, I don't exactly have a split personality, but I can keep track of our conversations separately on each device. I know you're using me on both your laptop and your phone, but each session is independent. So no worries, it's all seamless from your end, and I'm here to help on both fronts.
It's all good then, right?
Absolutely, it's all good. Whatever you need, I'm here to help on both devices. Let's keep things rolling.
All right. Got the first record listed. The Lefevres. Yesterday you said it was the Lefevres, but now you're saying it's the Lefevres. Which is it?
My mistake. It's actually the Lefevres. Thanks for catching that. I appreciate the correction. So you've got the Lefevres listed correctly. Let me know if there's anything else you need for the next record.
All right. I don't know if you remember yesterday, but I was talking to you, I think, when we were photographing these records. This is the Hammond Organ Hits of 1967 we're listing now.
Yes, I remember. The Hammond Organ Hits of 1967. Let's get that one listed. Just let me know what details you want to include, or if you need help crafting the description.
Well, I'm using ChatGPT on my laptop to do the descriptions, so I just got a sale. Let's see what it is. Stephen King, The
Nice.
Dark Tower, The Gunslinger book. I don't sell a lot of books nowadays, but sold that for $9.84 plus $6 shipping.
Awesome! The Dark Tower series has a dedicated fan base, so that's a nice sale. Every little bit adds up, even if books aren't your main thing anymore.
Yeah, I remember reading that book. It was good.
Absolutely. It's a great read. Glad it found a new home.
Okay, I'm trying to get this description done. I'm trying to multitask here, and this is kind of different for me, talking to ChatGPT. Soul, that's your name, Soul, and then the camera. I've got YouTube video taping right now, and I'm listing, so it's slowing me down, but I'm sacrificing speed for YouTube video content. Is that a worthwhile trade-off, Soul?
It can definitely be a worthwhile trade-off. Building up your YouTube content can pay off in the long run by growing your audience and adding another dimension to your business. It might slow you down a bit now, but it helps create engaging content that can attract more buyers and followers. Over time, that can lead to more sales and a stronger brand. So it's a strategic move that could really pay off.
This cover here says Ashley Tappan at the Piccadilly Garden. Where is the Piccadilly Garden and who is Ashley Tappan?
Ashley Tappan was a musician and organist known for playing the Hammond organ, particularly in the 1960s. The Piccadilly Garden likely refers to a venue or club where live performances took place, probably a lounge or a supper club setting. It might not be a famous spot today, but back then, these kinds of venues were popular for live instrumental performances. It's a cool piece of music history.
It says in the Ken Griffin style. What does that mean?
In the Ken Griffin style means that Ashley Tappan's performance mimics or pays homage to the style of Ken Griffin, a renowned organist from the mid-20th century. Ken Griffin was famous for his smooth, melodic organ playing and popular recordings. So the album is suggesting that if you enjoy Ken Griffin's style, you'll likely enjoy this record too.
What if they went hard? What would the title and artist name be?
Alright, if they went hard and turned it into a metal album, you could call it something like Raging Steel Keys by Tappan's Thunder. That gives it that intense, heavy vibe.
Yeah. Charge more money that way too, right?
Exactly. A bold, edgy title like that might even attract a different audience and add a unique twist. Plus, it could justify a higher price for that novelty factor.
All right. Woo-wee, how's it going? I'm back. It's later in the evening. It's about 6:30 almost. We just had a huge storm come through here. We have a tornado watch or warning. No, is it a watch or a warning? I think it's a watch until 8 o'clock this evening. And I haven't really got much done today so far. I was like, yesterday when I was trying to do that 50 listings of the 45 records, I was rocking and rolling. I got 30 done and ChatGPT cut me off. And then I started working on video stuff. And then later that evening, about 10 o'clock or so, I resumed. And I did get the 50 listings done. But now today I'm a little bit tired. So I've been taking a nap and resting. And now I'm getting back into it. I'm going to list some records this evening. But I wanted to show you my other channel, what I do. See, my website on eBay is Gallimores Goods. That's my eBay store. And I have a YouTube channel also by the name of Gallimores Goods, where I have 871 subscribers and 711 videos. What I do is trying to get all the obscure stuff that is more on the rare side. I do have more common stuff on here too, but right now I'm kind of, I've got so many videos scheduled right now. I'm holding back on the common stuff more and more, but I still do videotape it sometimes. But like right now I'm on a schedule of having a video come out every day, and I have videos scheduled to come out every day. I'm already booked up until in September of 2026 of next year. So I've got one scheduled every day until September of next year. So I've got a lot of content coming out on this channel. Hopefully I can get monetized, but a lot of the videos, because it's music, they don't allow you to monetize it. But I do have here's my description. I had ChatGPT write this. Step into the sounds of the past with Gallimore's Goods, your home for full-length vinyl records from the heart of America's musical heritage. Explore rare and vintage LPs in Southern gospel, country, gospel, bluegrass, Appalachian, early country, old-time mountain music, folk, Christian worship, preaching, prayers, and sermons. These timeless recordings carry the spirit of front porch sing-alongs, revival tents, and mountain hollers. Subscribe for regular uploads of hard-to-find gems and lost treasures from the golden era of gospel and country. If you'd like to own a piece of this history, check out my eBay store at the link below. Every like, view, and purchase helps keep the music alive. Thank you for your support. And I got my link there for my eBay store. And in every video, I have in the description, I have my link to my eBay store there. Let me hit a like there, give myself a like. So that's my YouTube channel associated with the vinyl records, the gospel vinyl records. And so I just sold this one here a little bit ago. I had it listed for $45. I sent out a bulk lot of offers at 15% off today, and they took me up on it. So they paid like $38 and something. And this is one I do not have on my YouTube channel. So I figured this would be a good time to show you my setup on how I do these videos. If you notice, I've got the same backdrop here, but if you look really close, do you see any difference between this one and this one and this one? I'll give you a hint. It's a different record player. If you look at this lid here has edges, and this lid here does not have edges. So I recently upgraded my record player. This old one here, I just used ambient sound where, you know, I wasn't really trying to go for a good sound. I was just trying to document the music, get a taste of what it sounded like. So, you know, so it's not lost to history. I figured if the person wanted to buy the record, they could do a good recording of it if they wished. But for me, I just want to sell the record. And I was thinking, if I have a really good recording of it, you know, they may just not want to buy the record. They can just listen to it on my channel. But recently I've just changed my attitude on that. And I got this new record player, which is this one here. And the difference is this record player has an audio output. So I run let me just show you. I'll take you over to the record player and show you. Hold on. So here is the record player, and it is it's one I bought off of Amazon. It's like a FinTech, I think the name is, some weird name I don't recognize, but it plays CDs, cassette tapes. Over on this side over here, you can put in a SD card if you want, or a USB drive. And there's the cassette tape. And it also has Bluetooth, but I don't use that. Main thing I use it for is it's got the RCA outputs on the back, and I have those going into this audio interface, which is powered up by USB cable. And then out of this, it goes up to my camcorder, this is a new camcorder I bought. It's a Canon Vixia HF R800 HD. So the reason I bought that camcorder is because it has an audio input. So from the record player, the audio goes into the audio interface. And I set the levels there, and then it comes up to the camcorder here. I've got the, if I go to the mic settings, you've got mic level. You can go manual or auto. I'm on manual now because I have my mic plugged in. This is a headphones. I can monitor it with headphones if I want. But see this audio meter here? Let me just start this record and you can see the audio meter. See, they say you want that audio meter to go up to about the 12 right there, not much higher. If it goes higher than that, it starts turning red. And the good thing about it is I can turn the volume all the way down and the audio still is recording at the full level here on the video. And this camcorder has an SD card in here. What I do is record onto that SD card, and then I transfer that to the computer for editing. So I love this setup because I get better sound. I don't have to listen to the records. I can turn it down the volume and watch my videos or whatever I want to watch on TV here. And I do have to monitor it somewhat because when the side A ends, I have to be on right here to turn it over because I try to do it all in one take. When the side A ends, I turn it over and just keep the video rolling so it's all one shot. And the audio is great because it's direct. This is a Behringer UMC 22, I believe is what it's called. Euphoria audio interface. I used to have a Scarlett one. I don't remember the exact name of that one, but I sold that and then I needed one again, so I bought that one, which is a little cheaper. But the good thing about this setup is because in my old setup, when I was just doing ambient sound, it's like whenever I started recording a record, it seemed like my cat would come in here starting to meow and stuff. And it would, if you listen to all my earlier recordings, you'll hear the cat meowing. One time I was in the kitchen washing dishes, and I dropped a plate and it shattered and it was loud. So that's on one of these videos. I don't know which one, but I guess I could go this way. See, the thing I'm having to do now is interlace my older videos with my newer videos because I was scheduled all the way out till middle of next year before I got this new setup with the new camcorder and the new direct audio. I was already scheduled out a year. So instead of waiting that long to put in my new videos with the better sound, I'm interlacing them. So I'm doing one day with the old video, and then I'm inserting a new video with the better sound, and then I'm going back to the old video with the older sound, and so on. So that's why my channel has one day is the older record player, and then the next day the newer record player with the better sound. So that's gonna be how it's gonna come out on the channel until, oh man, it's gonna be at least a year, probably a year and a half, maybe 2 years before every video coming out is direct sound. So, so that's my video setup. All right, let's do another episode of if they went hard? Asking ChatGPT to reimagine these old gospel albums if they suddenly turned heavy metal. First, we got the Highway Quartet, He'll Hold to My Hand. If they went hard, it'd be Hellfire Way, He'll Rip Through My Soul. Tracks include Finger Bones of the Faithful, Unholy Handshake, Gospel Grindcore Massacre. The genre is Southern Blackened Death. And a funny fact of this band is all 4 members are still wearing matching suits, but they're made of denim, leather, and regret. Their stage handshake results in frequent wrist dislocations. Next, we have the Galileans, I'll Gladly Sacrifice. But what if they went hard? They would be the Gallows League, I'll Gladly Self-Destruct. Tracks, Altars and Ashtrays, Take My Ribcage Instead, Choirs of the Damned. The genre is sludgecore doom revival, and their drummer fasts before every show for spiritual authenticity, but once passed out mid-blast beat and kept the rhythm going in a coma. Next we have Bob Daniels, Just a Closer Walk. But what if he went hard? It'd be Rob Damage, Just a Closer Break. With Stride Through the Fire, Knee Deep in the Reverb, and Baptized in Barbed Wire as some of the hits off of this recording. He's in the industrial Christian thrash genre. Excuse me. And the funny fact about this album is Bob's solo project started after he got kicked out of a barbershop quartet for excessive stomp box use during rehearsal. Next we have the Dunn family. I've never been this homesick before, but what if they went hard? They would be called the Doom family. I've never burned this village before. Tracks include Where the Porch Used to Be, Haunted Appalachia, Send My Love to the Smokestacks. The genre is Appalachian folk metal. And still a family band, Grandma plays the dulcimer through a distortion pedal and ends every set with a cackle and a mic drop. Lastly, we have The Inspirations Live, A Night of Inspiration. Excuse me. But what if they went hard? They'd be the Expirations, A Fright of Desperation. I gotta get a little coffee on that. Oh yeah, that's good coffee. Tracks on this album include Laryngitis Hymn, Mic Chord Noose, Encore from the Abyss. The genre is post-gospel horror punk, and their live album includes screams from both fans and a rogue raccoon that invaded the stage during the climactic finale. All right, let's do a few listings of records. You can see my monitor over here. That's the record I'm working on at the moment. I will take close-up shots of the text on the back of the album here because ChatGPT can't read it if it's real small print. So I do that, which I went over in, I think it's the first video I started in this series, how I use ChatGPT to list on eBay. And then down here, I'm recording another record down here. It's getting ready, it's on the last track. I'm gonna have to get up to turn it over here in a minute. But I figured you could just look over my shoulder while I'm listing records for a little bit here. I wanted to, when I was showing you my other channel with the videos of the records playing, I forgot to tell you that most of them do not get monetized. See, I'm at 850 subscribers right now. And if I get to 1,000, I guess I can monetize the channel. But like 75% of the videos I put up there, I can't monetize. I don't get copyright strikes, but because the owners do allow the music to be played, but I guess they collect the ad revenue. The other 25% of the videos, apparently there's no copyright, no, I guess it's going to be monetized, I don't know. But the main point of that channel is I've got my link to my eBay store on there. So if they're listening to a record, they can click on that to go to the eBay store. So it's basically a way just to drive traffic to my eBay store. So, well, I need another 150 subscribers to even get monetized. I'll be happy if I make 10 bucks a month, 15 bucks a month on that channel, which I don't know if I'll make anything, but I'm sure I will get sales referrals coming through that channel. I've noticed a few come in from there. I can tell because when I first play a record on there, sometimes it'll sell right away, or somebody will say they saw a record on there. But on this first listing, first thing I do is get a close-up of this text. I gotta watch that record, it's getting ready to end. This is the Higher Way Quartet. He'll hold to my hand. Once I get that, hit this plus button on the ChatGPT, add photos and files. I got the front and back already done, and then I'll add that text box in there. So there's 3 photos. I got to get up and change this record. Hold on. That's got another 20, 30 seconds maybe. And then I put in my prompt here. What this says is, using these vinyl record images, write an enticing eBay title. I already showed you this in the other video, so I'm not going to read it all. But at the last part of it, I put, use these instructions for the next batch of photos I submit, and then the next, and then the next, and on in this thread. That way, I'm going to try to avoid having to cut and paste this prompt every time on every new batch of photos. Let me get this record. I always turn the album cover around like that so I know I'm on side 2. And now we're on side 2 on that. Okay, so I'm going to hit the enter on ChatGPT. It's going to be getting my stuff ready. Meanwhile, I'll go over here to my draft. Upload the photos there in the listing. And then I'll go back to GPT, get my title. Copy it. It's Higher Way Quartet. He'll hold to my hand. Gospel LP, Kingsport, Tennessee. So I don't have to worry about all those keywords and stuff. It does it for me. Then I go to eBay and I do a search for Higher Way Quartet. He'll hold to my hand. LP. See if there's any on eBay currently. There are not. See if there's any solds. There are not. So then I paste my title here. Update my stock number, CP14082. That's where I'm at. I enter the artist title here, Higher Way Quartet. Put the release title here. He'll hold to my hand. Everything else is already set up. I've got in genre, I've got Christian, country, gospel, religious, and devotional set up already in there. I just leave that for all of them. I got black as the color of the vinyl. It's 12-inch size. I always put first pressing in there. Most of my records I list are first pressing. Record. I don't put the year here unless it automatically comes up in the box, but I don't put it there automatically on every one. And then the conditions I put in a separate condition box. All of them have cardboard sleeve. The style, I always keep it at this chorale, Christian, gospel, quartet, southern, and trio. So all those don't apply to every record, but I keep them in there anyway. Here's my condition. This one, let's see what condition I'm going to say this is. It's pretty nice, but I like to under promise and over deliver. So I'm going to put a VG. And then go back to GPT, get my listing and look at what they priced it at. They say 18 bucks, but no, it's going to be higher than that. So here's what they put. Rare Southern Gospel LP by the Highway Quartet titled He'll Hold to My Hand. This heartfelt and inspiring debut album features close family harmonies and classic gospel arrangements recorded in Kingsport, Tennessee by a devoted Christian family ministry. The Highway Quartet was formed after the Morlock family dedicated their lives to Jesus Christ. Though a new group at the time of this recording, their sound reflects deep commitment, passion, and unity. This record captures their mission to share the goodness of our Lord and Savior through music. Includes original liner notes, full credits, and an address in Kingsport, Tennessee. Then you have the track list, back cover text, verbatim transcription, all the personnel, manager address, label info. And then for my price, I have to check PopPsych. PopPsych is a subscription pay based website that specializes in vinyl record sales and also 45s and 78s. And it keeps data for the last 10 years. So this one I've sold before. All these listings that I've sold, these are my listings. So this is the fourth time I'm going to be offering this record. First one was in, August 10th, 2023, I got 24. August 14th, 2023, I raised it to 30. And September 26th, 2024, I sold one for 23. So apparently there's a demand for this record. It sells every time. So I think I'm going to go above the 30 this time. I'm going to put it at 35 bucks. That's my general go-to number. 35 bucks. Not for everything, but in a situation like this, I know I can get 35 bucks for it. I don't want to go higher. I could probably get higher for it if I wait longer. But I will let it go for 35 bucks. So I'll put the price in here, 35. My shipping is $6 plus 50 cents each additional. If they add items to their cart, they get the combined shipping. If they don't add items to the cart, and I was thinking about that, I used to, if they didn't add items to the cart and they paid full shipping on multiple item purchases, I used to, go ahead and refund them and everything, being a nice guy and everything, but I never once got a thank you or nothing like that. It's like, I don't even know if they notice I send the money back. But now the way I figure it is, if you go to the grocery store and let's say you got a club card and you're supposed to get a free, box of cupcakes with a gallon of milk purchase, and you don't scan your club card, they're not going to send you a refund in the mail. It's your responsibility to take advantage of your discounts. Now, if they email me and ask me, hey, I bought 2 items and I paid full shipping on each, I'll send them a refund. But I'm not going to do it automatically because number one, they didn't take the time to add the items to the cart to get the combined shipping discount. So maybe they're not expecting it or they don't want it. Maybe it's a tip. They're giving me a tip. I don't know. But, if they ask me, I'll send it to them. But if they don't, it's just part of the business. That's the way I look at it now. I mean, is that wrong? I used to do it the other way, but it takes a lot of time to go in and research. First, I have to figure out, maybe they bought one and they're shipping the other one to a different address. So I have to go in and look at their addresses, and then I have to go in and submit the refund and all this and that. It just takes a lot of time to do that. So that's the way I do that now. Let's see, I got a message. I'm not going to address that right now. I'm on to the next album, A Night of Inspirations with the Inspirations. This one I may have in stock. I'm going to check my store, see if I have this one already. I do have one in stock. So in this case, what I do is go to my active items. I actually have it listed, and I have 1, 2, 3 of them already in stock. And I do have an updated ChatGPT listing, so I'm not going to redo the listing. If it was an old listing, I would redo the listing. But I'm going to just add another one here. CP 14083. So I have several of those in stock, but what I do in this case, when I have more than one record, I just keep one available in stock. I don't list like one listing with 5 available, because I like to have the actual photos of the actual album I'm selling, so they know what they're getting. So when this one sells, I'll send that first one. Then I'll redo the listing, make sure I'm offering at the correct price and everything, and then I'll list the next one. So that's how I do that. Okay, so I got that one done. I put it in a sleeve, and then I put my label right here, and then that way when I file them in these crates, they're all organized, easy to flip through. I can flip through. These are sticking out of the crate, and I can just flip through them like that and find it real quick. Okay, let's do another one here. I got the Dunn family. I think I might have that one. That one seems familiar, so I'm going to check my active listings. I do have that in stock. It's got 7 views, 2 watchers. Is this an old listing or is it a new one with ChatGPT? It's newer, so I don't have to redo the listing. I'm going to just add another stock number here. Now I have 2 copies of it. CP 14084. I've got it at 18 bucks. I got 2 watches on there. It started April 25th, 2025 is when I submitted that listing. So it's been a little over a month. I'm gonna have to make me some more coffee here in a minute. Okay, so next up, we're doing Bob Daniels, Just a Closer Walk. Let me just see if I have that one. Bob Daniel. I can never know if I have it. I do have it. Let's see if it's an old one or a new one. It's an older listing. So I'm going to redo this listing. What I do is end this one. And then I'm going to redo the listing. I'm going to take a photo of all this text here off the back of the album cover. 2 text boxes there. Then I'll go to ChatGPT, add photos and files. I gotta find it in here. Where is it? There's the front and back. Then the 2 text boxes. And then I'll just hit submit when that arrow turns white like that. And then I'll go over here to my unsold listings, which I just ended that. It should be there. They used to show up immediately when you ended a listing, and once you're unsold, it would be there immediately. But now it takes like 30 seconds or so. There's a delay, I've noticed. So what I do is I click Sell Similar. And I'm going to check the condition of this one. If it's VG Plus, I will make this the main one going out next. Yeah, this is VG Plus, so I'm going to erase the old, oh, there's my record about to end. So I got to keep an eye on that. I'm going to delete these photos, and then I'll add my new photos. I only have 2 photos now, so that's the way I do it now. Now I'll go to ChatGPT, get my description, new description. Put it in here. What it says is Bob Daniels, Just a Closer Walk, Gospel LP, Sacred Stereo, Waco, Texas, LPS 6020. Now I'll click this box, stereo, because it's right there in front of my face. There's the old stock number for the other one I have. I'm going to add a new stock number in front of that so I know if it sells, then I'll get this one, 14085. This one's going out first because this is the one I have a picture of there. Then I'll check the item specifics, make sure everything's still okay. I might add a few. Since I'm not putting condition in here anymore, I kind of just take these away. And I go down, custom bundle, I just trash that. That's what I used to do back in the old day. Now I got to redo this. I'll do this different. Vinyl / jacket grade per gold mine standard. VG Plus / VG Plus. My record is ending. I got to get that. I got to end this camcorder. Boom. Okay. I'm going to turn off the camcorder. All right. Now, I'm not going to start a new record right now. Okay, so here I'm going to delete all my old description. I used to put the stock number down here in the description. I don't do that anymore, so it's nice to get a fresh listing. And I will check the price too, make sure my price is still relevant. I get my new description from ChatGPT. It's saying 15 bucks. I will definitely not use that, what they say, but I'm going to just run a quick look through the description. Step into a peaceful walk of faith with Bob Daniels' inspiring album, Just a Closer Walk. Blah, blah, blah. Track list. Back cover text. Caption under photo. Label information. Sacred stereo text box. Warning box. Warning, check your needle regularly. A defective needle. I just erased that. I don't need that in there. Okay, so I'm going to do a search on eBay for Bob Daniels, Just a Closer Walk. Let's see what it's going for on eBay currently. See if any sold. None have sold in the last 90 days that I can see. How many are available now? Got one. Somebody from Australia is asking 64 bucks. Whoa, that guy's crazy. Well, I don't know. Another guy's asking 59. What's going on here? And this guy's asking 5. So, and then this is $1.95 plus $5.63 shipping. So we're all over the board here. Here's somebody has two albums. One is Bob Daniels. He's asking 15 for the lot of 2. So mine's in very, very nice condition. Let me check Terapeak. See what has sold. One has sold for $245 plus $787, about 10 bucks total. Mine's nicer than that. Let's see what Discogs says. There's 4 from $7. This one's 26 total, 16, 17, 18. So if I come in at about 16, 17 bucks, I feel that's about where I should be. What was I charging? What did I have on? I had $8 on it. So 8 plus 6 shippings is 14. So I'm gonna raise my price a little bit. I'm gonna raise it to 10 bucks, which is a good deal for this condition record. I used to have private listing checkbox on every listing, but I don't do that anymore. I don't know why I had it that way in the beginning with it. Did it automatically or something. But when people leave you feedback or you leave them feedback, then people can't see what you sold or the price or anything like that. But now I'm checking that box on all of my listings. So yeah, so 10 bucks plus 6 shipping. Bob Daniels is listed with a nice new fresh listing. Boom. All right. Well, that's a few listings we did now, and thanks for joining me on this video. I'm gonna go ahead and get this video edited and uploaded. Thank you for joining me. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you next time.